trust your eyes. Having eyes has been a real political liability for the past few years. Anyone who committed the sin of using them, especially over the last months, to notice the behavior of the 46th president was accused of being a Trumper, or being an ageist, or just being a dummy, easily duped by misinformation, fake news, and most recently, cheap fakes. I know it's ancient history now, but cast your mind back to June of 2024. Just 3 weeks ago. Here was Nicole Wallace.
There's a growing and insidious trend in right-wing media, broadcast, print, and social media to take highly misleading and selectively edited videos of President Biden directly from Republican National Committee social media accounts and then use those videos to spread messages virally to cast doubt on President Biden's fitness for office.
Or here.
The man is 80 years old.
He rides a bike.
But he is the age he is, and so it's a very useful political attack for that reason.
And here.
They said this could be an election decider, Joe Biden's age. Well, that's true if the media obsesses over it.
And here.
But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been.
And here.
I think Biden ran a very disciplined campaign. I think we were in the midst of a once-in-a-generation crisis. And frankly, the way Joe Biden handled it was reassuring to people and was a big part of the reason that he was elected president in 2020.
But overnight, really over the course of just 90 minutes in Atlanta, that spin became impossible. The entire media establishment and a cascading number of Democratic politicians decided to acknowledge what's been obvious to Americans with an internet connection. President Biden is unfit. Unfit to run, and perhaps unfit to serve. In the course of 90 minutes, what had been disinformation became common knowledge. The question is, why? Did all of the people, the pundits and the columnists and the donors and the politicians currently telling us they love Joe Biden, but he needs to drop out of the race for the good of democracy, just find out that he is not compos mentis? Of course not. The discovery of Biden's deterioration following the debate was completely bogus. George Clooney said so this week in a New York Times op-ed. Here's Clooney. It's devastating to say it, but the Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago at the fundraiser was not the Joe Big Effing Deal Biden of 2010. He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate. If you thought so then, George Clooney, why didn't you say so? The footage from this very fundraiser was what MSNBC called highly misleading. We will never know whether Democratic elites would have told the truth were it not for the huge national audience that watched Biden's disastrous debate performance live. But one thing is certain. They knew. Everyone knew. They just made a choice not to say so. The only way back from that is to tell the truth. For the Free Press, I'm Isaac Grafstein.